What up, YouTube? It's your boy Ghost. I'm coming to you from inside my truck. I'm out here in Atlanta, Georgia. Just going over some stuff. Today, I'm dropping this video to speak on business credit and business credit cards and how to get that all set up so you can start making money. First, before we get into the credit card portion of it, you gotta understand setting up your business to be completely legit in order to get approved for the major credit cards like Amex, which is American Express, Discover, and certain parts of certain Capital One cards. And you also have to understand the difference between Paydex and your regular credit score. So we're gonna touch on those topics. I also have a video about Paydex, which I'm gonna drop that to give more insight on what your Paydex score is. But for business credit cards, you got to set up your business. You got to have your business established. Now, to get the easiest approvals, I mean, you can basically do it. You can half step setting up your business, and you can still get business credit, but your approval rating won't be that well. So what you have to do is you got to set up your business, LLC or INC, and you also have to set up a business address. If you don't have a physical address, there's also virtual addresses that you can get. Back in the day when I set mine up, I didn't have a physical address, but I had to use a virtual. I went through Regis, which I'm gonna add the description in the link. You can go there, and what they do is you can pick between whatever city you live in, say Fontana. They'll look within that, like maybe a 30-mile radius of Fontana, and they'll give you basically a virtual address that you can use. And they give you 3 different types. If you need the business phone and so on and so forth, it's a different price, but it ranges between $40 and $80 a month that you have to pay for that. But remember, it's a tax write-off and it's a benefit also. You also need a business phone number. When I had set mine up, I went with Vonage. They have Vonage for business. I have Vonage as a house phone, and I looked into Vonage for business. So I got my business telephone number. I got a toll-free number. I had a regular number, and I also had a fax number. So I set that part up, that portion of it up. And what else was it? Oh, that basically gets you established along with having your LLC or your INC. Also, I was on YTTA last night listening to a live feed that Dean Cole Financial was doing, and he touched on it a little bit about building business credit. He didn't really go too far into it, but yeah, he touched on certain subjects. I was trying to ask him as many questions as I could because nobody was really asking business questions about building business credit. They were more asking questions about LLCs and INCs. So I had to, ask a couple questions about business stuff to give people, an idea of what I was talking about or what he was talking about. And that's basically the basic setups to get your business legit. Now, let's talk about building the credit. Now, there's 3 credit bureaus that report to business credit. There's Dun & Bradstreet, there's Experian, and there's Equifax. Well, it's Experian Business / Commercial or Equifax Business / Commercial. They basically are the 3 main credit reporting agencies for business credit. Now, your Paydex score comes from Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet's like the leading in business. They kind of set the bar for business credit. And remember, Dun & Bradstreet is not your business credit. It's just a credit reporting agency. So that's where you get your number through. Now, a lot of people say, well, I have an EIN. Well, your EIN alone will not build business credit, because remember, your EIN is only good for within the United States. Dun & Bradstreet, the DUNS number, is a worldwide recognized number. You go to like Australia, they're not gonna look at your EIN. They'll look at you and be like, you don't got a DUNS number, we can't help you. You can't get nothing from us. You can't get no type of work. So Dun & Bradstreet is like the Dun & Bradstreet number is like the international number for business, trading, and so on and so forth. And that's also where you get your PAYDEX score. Now your PAYDEX score goes between 0 and 100. 80 being we'll say like the 750 of business credit. You know, you have a 750 in personal credit, you're like the man or the woman. Well, if you have an 80 or higher, you're basically the man or woman in business. Your business is, as they say, popping. So you want at least an 80, and you want at least 12 lines of trading for that, which in PAYDEX video I have, I'll go more into detail about that. But one thing when it comes to business credit cards, for me, I'm this type of person. I like to travel. So when I go to look for business credit cards, I look for the ones that basically have, what do you call that, the most rewards, where I can get the most rewards from, and I can also get the most sky miles or frequent flyer miles. So I like to look at rewards, because whatever I spend on it, basically that's just reward points for me at the end of when the time comes for me to turn them in and do whatever I want with them, whether it's cashback rewards or sky mile rewards. And they have a lot of cards out there that offer reward points, but when you first get started, you want to start with a secure card. And I mean, that's like the easiest way to start. Now when you want to get off, once you've established that PAYDEX and everything else, you basically want to jump off on the Amex and stuff like that, those type of cards. That's where having the business address, the business phone number, all that really comes into play, because when you apply for it and when their little computer system runs a check on your business, it comes back as in, cool, this is a legit business. Everything he has or she has is by the book. It's right here. You get your approval. Now if you don't, they're gonna red flag it and kick you out the door. So that's one main reason why setting up your business the right way is important when setting up, building business credit. Also, another thing, because this is what I also did when I first started, is called piggybacking. Now, how can I put this? Basically, I had a good friend that he has his own corporation, very big corporation, dealing with the airlines. And I sat down and I had lunch with him. He was like my mentor in, getting all this established. Him and then another guy that owned the ambulance company. They were like my mentors in basically establishing my business the right way. And he told me, he was the one that told me about piggybacking, because he was all in real estate. It's a term that they use in real estate too, so it's not a new term. He was like, what we'll do is we'll piggyback your business, and that way it'll boost your PAYDEX within like no time. So I was all right, well, let's go on and let's do this. So what he did was he had a American Express card, and he added my business as an authorized user on that card. And what that did was, because he had basically like 5 years worth of business credit established with them, on-time payments and blah blah blah, so he added me to it. He kept me on there for about, I would say, like maybe 3 months, and he would use the card that they got for me for his own personal business, like expenses and ventures, whatever he wanted to do. Now what that did was, now on my PAYDEX, I went from having little to no type of credit to having 5 years worth of business credit, because everything that he had crossed over to me. And we kept it on there for about I would say a good like 3 months. Like, I think it was either 3 or 6 months. It was up until the point I bought my first truck, and then he took me off, and boom, I mean, my stuff went from, I could walk in anywhere and just go get whatever I wanted business wise, because now my credit, like my PAYDEX went from being like, it was like a 25 to like a 98, and it's still at that point because I've been keeping it up. And once you're at that point, oh man, it's like you're gold. So piggybacking was something that I didn't know about, that I learned, and it really helped build my credit on the business side. People also do it with the personal side too, but that's a whole nother story, whole nother video. But yeah, when it comes to building business credit, it's not as hard as everybody claims it is. It's just, if you do it by yourself, it takes a while. If you go through a company, I mean, you're gonna pay, but it'll get done faster. Me, I'm the type of person, I like to do things on my own, and that way I understand completely the whole process of how it works. So yeah, love, peace, prosperity. I hope this video helped and shine a little light on business credit and building it the right way. So yeah, it's your boy Ghost. Look out for next videos I'm gonna be dropping. I'm gonna be dropping a whole lot of videos. So yeah, I'm about to bounce. Gotta go walk my dog, my real dog. So, all right, holla at your boy. Deuces.